One of the biggest mistakes that we make is assuming that people think the way that we do. Hi, I'm HC, and watching this video until the end will help you understand yourself deeper than you understand it now. Stay tuned. Hesitation is to be reluctant or to pause because of uncertainty. And although some hesitation may be for good reason, in this context, we are addressing the hesitation that is bred by the fear of the unknown and the repercussions to the actions that we desire to commit. In this case, it is important to remember that although danger can be real, all fear is illusion-based. Hesitation leads to stagnation, and stagnation often leads to regret and the lack of fulfillment. Knowing how to not hesitate will encourage taking more actions, and thus it will increase your potential to accomplish and understand more on your journey to becoming who you are. And this is why knowing how to not hesitate is such an important factor on the journey of you becoming your best you. So, without further ado, here are the steps on how to not hesitate. Step 1. Assess the risk. To assess the risk is to ask yourself sincerely, what do you have to lose from taking on this endeavor? Is there anything at stake? As well as, if there is something at stake, are you willing to lose or jeopardize it to achieve what is on the other side of the action that you would like to commit? Assessing the risk will help you when trying to overcome hesitation because it will give you a better understanding of the possibilities ahead of you. A proper risk assessment will inspire confidence in your actions because you can be sure that what you have to lose pales in comparison to what you can potentially gain. Assess the risk and move forward accordingly. Step 2. Avoid attachment to an outcome. Don't try to predict. Although we do encourage the envisioning of your future and the manifestation of the world that you want to see, never dwell on the prediction of an outcome to actions that have not yet been taken. This means that it is important to find peace with whatever the outcome of your actions may be. By trying to predict every outcome, you are opening yourself to feeling regret when what was anticipated does not come to pass how you wished that it would. By avoiding attachment to the outcome, you are more able to adapt to whatever the reactions to your actions will be. It is important to consider that whatever the response to your action, it will serve towards your growth and understanding. Always remember, the future, which is the result of your actions, does not exist until you take said actions. Therefore, because the actions have not yet been taken, you cannot conceive the outcome the way it actually is going to be. Open your mind and find peace with whatever that outcome may be. Step 3. Be conscious of fear. In this context, to be conscious of fear means to be aware of its inevitable presence. When you believe that a lot weighs on the action in question, it is likely for you to feel some level of fearfulness. Being conscious of fear is to get ahead of that feeling and choosing to move forward despite its presence. It is common to think that the feeling of fear is going to suddenly disappear and that one day there will be a perfect moment where that feeling is completely obsolete. So we wait in hopes of that perfect moment for us to take an action. However, and much to our disappointment, this moment never actually comes. Always remember, our fear is either abandoned or it is overcome. It never ceases to be. Rather, it is you that learns how to better deal with it. Think of fear like running 5 kilometers for the first time. At your first run, you are likely to get tired really quickly, and it may be very difficult for you to complete your objective. However, with time and effort, you will eventually become more proficient at running the 5 kilometers, and you may even begin to enjoy it. Just like fear, the run does not actually get easier. It actually stays the same. It is you that gets stronger and more capable and more able to do what is needed to accomplish the run. In this same way, you must conquer your fear of taking action. Always remember, the presence of fear does not mean that you should not move forward. Step 4. Don't take yourself too seriously. Always remember, you are exactly who you need to be. You are not living to impress anyone. To not take yourself too seriously means to accept that it is possible for you to fail as much as it is possible for you to succeed. Therefore, it is to never let any outcome discourage your progress forward on your journey to becoming the best version of you. This implies being comfortable with, for example, people not knowing or understanding who you are, and even being open to them misinterpreting who that person is. Taking ourselves too seriously often leads to overthinking and thus can encourage stagnation. It is important to accept that we are responsible for our truths and our actions. We cannot control the way others will think or react. As a wise man once said, one of the biggest mistakes that we make is assuming that people think the way that we do. Come to peace with who you are, and you will surely grow from hesitation. Lead with your energy and be present with your truth. Which leads us to our next and final step. Step 5. Be present. To be present in this context is to accept that every opportunity is unique, comes once, and will never come again in the exact same way. Thus, do not focus on what once was in the past or what could be in the future. Focus on being in the moment to experience what you are going through. Being present is important when learning to not hesitate because when you are in the moment, you are able to adapt to the circumstances presented. In contrast, being too focused on the past will lead to assumptions about the present, and being too focused on the future can lead to confusion and ultimately inaction. Think of being present as one of the highest levels of self-appreciation because it is recognizing the abundant possibilities offered to you at any given moment. This appreciation helps with overcoming hesitation because you understand that regardless of the outcome of your actions, you will reap what you sow. Thus, if your intentions are pure, you will either achieve what you sought out to or you will learn from that moment. Be present and be true to you. So, that's it, Howell family. Those are the 5 steps on how to not hesitate and to start moving forward today. Thank you for watching this video until the end. You are appreciated. Post a comment below to let people know how not hesitating has helped you on your journey. Like and share this video and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. I'll see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.